Hey everybody, it's Matt and welcome to Let Me Share a Thought with you. Today is Monday, August the 15th, 2016, and I am putting together a little medley video this morning. I had a lot of stuff I wanted to cover, and I've added several states to my list of states to do workouts for. When I started doing them this morning, it's like 24 states, and it takes a long time to put all those together. So what I thought might be a better take on that, because I know everybody doesn't want to watch the other 23 states that you're not playing, just to get to your state. So I've tried to mainstream this or streamline this a little bit to where, these different formulas and different workouts that I do, they work in every state. So if you just follow the system and do your numbers, pick your numbers, off of the chart, you're going to have a pretty good chance of winning. As you can see, I've got another ticket sitting here on the table. I hit North Carolina again last night. This was a $40 hit. It wasn't in the right order. The number fell 254. But as you saw in the intro, I hit North Carolina and South Carolina this past Friday, daytime drawing exact on both for a grand total of, it was like $620. So, that's 4 hits in North and South Carolina for me over the last 7 days. So I'm feeling pretty good about the system. I know there's been some skeptics about whether or not these systems work and all. And, the first thing that I'll tell you, and I'm not going to spend any time on this point, but the first thing that I'll tell you as far as this stuff goes that I'm trying to help people with is that, I'm not charging anybody for it. I'm not trying to scam anybody. I'm not trying to put stuff out here to, for my own profit solely. There's nothing that I'm selling. All this is all free. It's intended to, just help people play better and pick better numbers and win. On the other side of that coin, if you guys do win and you do feel the urge to donate to the channel, by all means, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm not going to ask for it or solicit, people to pay me for anything, but there is a button on the home page of the channel that says support the channel. You can click on that if you want to, send some money this way. If you win, then do that. I don't expect it. I'm not going to ask for it, but sometimes people, just like in the scratch off world, when you go into the gas station and buy that $1,000 ticket, you tip the clerk, whatever, so hopefully that didn't come out wrong. But my point in saying all that is that, I believe in this system. I really don't have a great explanation as far as the odds and the randomness of the drawings, because they are random drawings, but this system, it works, and it works in every state. I put out my monthly chart, which, I'm going to just show again this morning real quick. I've had, as of the 11th, I didn't check over the weekend, but as of the 11th, I've had like 36 hits across 20 states that I do. I didn't add the new states, didn't even look at them, as far as the past drawings on the monthly picks. Just off of the numbers that I put on the monthly pick video. Now, if you go back and look at the chart compared to the numbers that were drawn, the majority of the numbers that have been drawn this month are on the chart somewhere, around the date numbers. So, this has been so far so good, and hopefully it'll continue. All right, so, here's the monthly chart. If you're new to the channel, if your state has, if you just requested your state be done, and you're coming to the video today to see, what am I going to play this week? Do your daily video, do your daily chart using 317 and the previous day's drawing, or the last drawing. Like last night, North Carolina was 254. So for my daily chart today, I would do 317 with 254. And if you don't know how to make the chart, there's another video that I did recently on how to make the chart. Check it out. But do your daily charts, and then when you're picking your numbers off of your daily charts that are around your date number, reference the monthly chart too, because a lot of times if they're on the monthly chart and the daily chart, you've got a lot better chance of picking the right numbers. That's what I've been doing, and that's paid dividends on my end. So, and I know I've gotten comments. Chris E. in Ohio hit pick 3 and pick 4. I've had several people say, I've won, I've gotten the numbers, I've gotten close, I've been one off, etc. I also got a question from Larry Lee. How do you play different states? And for me, I actually don't play different states other than North and South Carolina because I live right on the border of North and South Carolina. The other charts that I do for all these other states, I'm just doing to help the people that play in those states. I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm not, playing those charts. There is a website that I am not affiliated with. I don't know much about it, but someone that I ran into at a gas station in Shelby, North Carolina, kind of turned me on to it, and I haven't tried it. I probably won't because, I'm not independently wealthy. I can't afford to play every state, but there's a website. It's called 5dimes.com. It's the number 5, DIMES.com, and they'll let you play any state that you want to play. I don't know how legitimate it is or legal or anything like that, so I'm not endorsing it, but the question came up, how do you play different states? That's, the only way that I know of that you can play different states. But anyway, I'm not, like I said, I'm not participating in that. I don't have anything to do with that website, and I'm currently not playing it. So, also in, I believe it's either Illinois or Indiana. I believe it's Indiana. They have the Fireball number with the pick 3s. The pick 3 Fireball number gives you basically another number inside of the pick 3. If your number comes out and it's not quite right, but the Fireball number would have made it right if you play the extra $1 or 50 cents, then you actually can win on the Fireball as well. I'm going to be doing a follow-up, weekly or daily video with a lot of these states, so that I can kind of go over some of that with you guys. I like that concept. That's that's unique to that state. And like I said, I believe it's Indiana. I believe it's the Hoosier Lottery, and it may be Illinois. It's one of the I states. I always get those two mixed up for some reason. So anyway, moving on. Let's get on with the numbers. I know you're probably tired of hearing me talk. I've been talking now for like 5 minutes. So this is the traditional weekly chart that I put up for different states. Now, I didn't do every state. I'm just picking random states. I did South Carolina, because I've had some requests on South Carolina recently. It's one of the ones that I play, and these are actually the numbers that I'm playing this week in South Carolina. So, I'm putting it out there. I'm going to, see how this rolls, and, hopefully, this stuff will show that there's some legitimacy to this 317 method. Last night's number, which, if you're doing a weekly chart for your state, no matter what state it is, always take the last drawing of the week before. So like South Carolina doesn't do a Sunday daytime drawing, but they do a Sunday nighttime drawing. So that's the number that I always use in South Carolina. Now there's some states, I think Texas is one of them, they don't do Sunday drawings at all. So you'd use the last drawings on Saturday night. Other than that, I think everybody else does Sunday night drawings. So whatever the last drawing for the week is on Sunday, that'll be the one that you're going to use to make your weekly chart. So with all that being said, and hopefully I'm not saying too much to confuse anybody, I'm trying to make this as simple and uncomplicated as possible. So South Carolina, last night they had 301 fall. It did 317, you had the 3s, the 1s, and the 7s all the way down until the number repeats itself. Now, the date today is 8/15, so 8 plus 15 is 23. Only use the 1s place, so that's where I got the 3. 3 is the date number for today. And this is also for the week. So anybody who does a weekly chart should use the 3 as your date number. If you use Saturday night's number in Texas, or if you use Sunday night's number in North Carolina, 3 is going to be your date number that you're looking at, and this chart is good for the entire week. So on South Carolina, I'm playing 632, which is all over here. 232, which is obvious. I mean, it's real obvious right here. 545, 564, 743, which is right here, and 251. 251's all over the place up here too. So These numbers I feel good about all week long in South Carolina. You know, there's been some repeat numbers, so, you know, I'll probably play these for the whole week regardless. You know, if they fall, you know, I'll probably can keep playing them because, you know, chances are they may show up again. But anyway, so that's my weekly chart. That's how you do a weekly chart for your state for the pick 3. This is South Carolina. You can use this example. You know, just make sure that when you do your math that you start and finish with the same number, and that number should be the very last drawing of the week in your state. Okay, and then just pick your numbers around the date number or including the date number. Like this one, I could have picked 630 or 163 or, you know, 394. There's a lot of, you know, combinations you can pick, but there's definitely not 1,000 combinations in here, so your chances of winning are probably a little better than 1 in 1,000. So, all right, let's move on. Now this is kind of the gist of what I wanted to cover in the video today. And I got a little off track, you know, reading emails and trying to respond and looking at, you know, kind of what everybody's looking for. I haven't really done a lot of pick 4s lately, videos anyway, and I've had a lot of people asking about it. Also the pick 5, there's several states that do a pick 5 and a couple that do the pick 2. I did a pick 2 in this video later on, and I'm working on the pick 5. If you've got a pick 5 in your state and you want to try it out, this number up here that you'll use to add to your last draw is going to be, let's write it right here, 96317 for the pick 5. Okay, so that's the number. You know, you use your last draw and put it here, and you add the columns all the way down till the number repeats itself. But 96317 is going to be the number that I'm going to use for the pick 5 workouts. So hopefully that'll be helpful. Try it out and let me know. I mean, if somebody, you know, works on that and it's just way off or something, let me know. But I've looked at a few states. I haven't got all the way through. That's why I haven't totally bought into it just yet. But it's been pretty good. And this number has actually worked. I went through several series of numbers, and this is the one I came up with that I like the best so far. So now the pick 4 chart, as you can see up here at the top, I'm using a new number. This is a collaboration with another YouTube subscriber here on the channel, and this number has been pretty awesome. I had a guy in Connecticut that had emailed me, you know, and I get a lot of emails and questions, you know, and this another point I'm going to address real fast. People that send me emails or comments on my videos that say, okay, my number today was 123, what's the next number going to be? You know, and I'll be the first one to tell you, you know, I have no idea. You know, I can give you an educated guess. I can work out the chart and pick you a few numbers. If I've got time, I'm still working 2 jobs right now, so I don't have a whole lot of time free, but I do try to respond and get back to everybody as quick as I can. And, you know, if I've got time to do the chart before the drawings come that you're asking about, I'm more than happy to put some numbers out there for you and try to help you. But, you know, the reason that I've done so many videos lately on how to make these things and how to work these numbers out is that, you know, I don't have a lot of time, and I do want to help everybody. So, you know, by all means, you know, keep leaving the comments. If you want to send me an email on it, send me an email on it. It doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. You know, the part that bothers me really is that I can't get back to you quick enough, that I don't have enough time in my day to help everybody who wants help. So, you know, if I haven't got back to you on one of those, don't, you know, think that it's just because I didn't want to. It's just because I didn't have time. So I'll continue to do as many as I've got time to do to respond, you know, in a timely fashion. All right, enough said. So 3171 is the new pick 4 number for the chart, for the formula. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take 3171, you're going to take your last drawing, and this is a daily chart. This is also done on a weekly basis because I did this for the last night on Sunday night, or the last drawing of the week. You can definitely use these numbers throughout the week. It seems like the weeks hold to a pattern, so I do like that. But I'm putting this out for Connecticut for today. You know, and again, you can use these numbers all week. I wouldn't discount that. So adding 3 down the first column, 1 down the second column, 7 down the third column, and 1 down the fourth column. Now again, there's another question I got, and I'm just thinking of things as I'm going through this, so hopefully I'm not getting too long on this and boring everybody. But you know, it doesn't matter what combination your last pick 4 number was, you can still use 3171. I put out a video several months ago that had 3 or 4 different combinations that worked with, you know, all 4 numbers different, 2 numbers the same, 2 pairs, so on. So this simplifies all of that. So 3171 works for every number. You know, anytime you have a number drawn, the next drawing, you can use 3171 to come up with your picks. So anyway, the date number 33333. So we got 5 3s on this chart. There are more numbers on this than the traditional 317 chart. You know, pick 4. And I've also used my pick 3 chart, you know, to pick my pick 4 numbers, and that works too. You just look at your pick 3 chart and find the numbers around the date numbers on that as well. But this has been a little bit more on point, you know, as far as helping pick some winners. I did, you know, one of the guys in Connecticut had sent me that email, and I picked out a pick 4 number for him and emailed him back, and sure enough, it hit. Didn't hit in the right order, but I think he still got like $100 or something. So congratulations on that. So anyway, so looking at the chart, the numbers I like for the week, or the day and the week really, in Connecticut, 9370, which is, you know, pretty much connecting all of these. And then down here at the bottom, you know, the 2s are the flip of 7. So, you know, if you flip a 2, you got 9370 all down here as well. And vice versa, I may have picked that wrong, and maybe 9320, you know. And again, you're encouraged, as always, to make your own chart. You know, make sure it matches this chart, but pick your own numbers off of it, or take a screenshot, pick your own numbers off of it. If you're not in Connecticut, if you're in Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, wherever you're at, if you take 3171 in your last drawing and make your own chart, do your date numbers, you can pick your numbers the same way. 5921 all over the bottom here. 3750 is here, and I guess with the flips, but 3750. 4280 is down here. It's also up here. That's one of my favorites for the week. There's a 4082 connected to all 5 of these 3s. Well, I lied. 4 out of 5. Man, my dog is coughing up a lung over here. Sorry about that. All right, so 4280. What the hell did you eat, dog? 5320. Again, is, you know, pretty much in the middle section here, and then 2521. You know, just to give you an idea, the reason I'm doing the picks and this chart like this is, you know, if you're not in Connecticut, if you're in a different state and you do the chart, if you see kind of how I'm picking the numbers around here, that's my point of showing these numbers, to help the people in Connecticut, but also to show everybody else who's making a pick 4 chart, you know, how to select your numbers, you know, around those date numbers. So, all right, moving on. I know this is probably going to be my worst video ever, but hopefully I'm doing some good. You know, my intention really is just to help people win. Now, what I wanted to show you, because I mentioned this while I was talking about that, a lot of times I'll use my pick 4, or I'm sorry, my pick 3 chart for the week. And again, this is Connecticut. I'll use my pick 3 chart for the week to pick my pick 4 numbers. You know, there's less numbers, less noise. And, you know, if you compare the two, which you know, we'll look at these together, because this is one of those things that hopefully I can fit in the screen here. Yeah, all right. So here is my pick 3 chart, right? I got 0897, 0897's all in here. I could have used that on this chart as well. 2488. Really on the pick 4 3171, it would be a flip of the 9 to get 2488. 2584 is down here on this one, and it's here on this one. 4255 down here, 4255, and over here you got 4255. 0264, that's actually a flip, flipping a 1 here. You got 0264. So, you know, sometimes that, or flipping a 5 here, 0264. And then over here on this chart, same thing. You actually have the 0264 on this chart as well. So, you know, just wanted to show that. You know, the 3171 chart is nice. It gives you, you know, a little bit more clarity as far as the, you know, the numbers and looking at the chart. It's not as condensed, but, you know, for me, my method has always been, you know, using the pick 3 chart to pick your pick 4 numbers. So, you know, in Connecticut, there's what, 3, 6, 8, 10, 11. That's 11 numbers for the week on the pick 4 that you could play, that are, you know, on both charts. So that's how I, you know, in this pick 3 chart, I use the pick 3 number, this 769. That's another question I probably would have gotten. The 769 is the last number that fell, the number that fell last night in Connecticut on Sunday night. So I use the 317 with the pick 3 draw, do my chart. You know, this will be a good chart also if you want to use this chart, and if you're in Connecticut, for your pick 3s for the week. You know, you can pick all your pick 3 numbers off of this for the week. There is a correlation, in my opinion, between the pick 4 numbers and the pick 3 numbers. I've noticed it. I've seen it in every state. So, you know, take advantage of this, you know, while it's working in your state. You know, do your 317 pick 3 workout, and then pick some pick 4 numbers off of the chart. You know, chances are, you know, you're going to hit one of those here and there. So, but I wanted to show you the 317 one. If you're strictly a pick 4 person, you don't do a whole lot of pick 3s, because this pick 3 chart is dual, you know, works for pick 3 and 4. So, all right, moving along. I did another one. You know, this is one of the ones that was requested that I actually left off the last video, so I'm throwing DC out there today. The weekly chart for the pick 4. You can also use this chart for pick 3 if you're in DC. But like here, I like 5437, 2420, 0264, 9259, which is down here at the bottom, and 4821, which is here and right here as well. So it's on there a couple times. So good luck, DC, on that one. And then the last thing that I'm going to show in this video, and I'm going to wrap it up because this thing has gone way too long, is the pick 2. The pick 2 number that I've used for my chart is 69. Add 6s and 9s all the way down. This is for Florida for today. You know, 37 or 73, 71 or 17. I put them both ways because, you know, the way they're set up here on the chart, it could run either way. 72 right here in between these two. 77, which would be right here. 36 and 31. Now 36 you got here, and then you got two 31s up here. So, you know, those are the 6s and 1s are flips of each other. So, and 2s and 7s, same thing. So I like those. Those are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks for Florida pick 2 for today. So use this chart, you know, on the pick 2. It's been pretty good. I know Florida had a weird thing yesterday. They had 95 twice. So, you know, 95 was the daytime and the nighttime drawing. So, you know, that, you know, everything, there's always anomalies and always strange things that happen. And, you know, none of this stuff is 100% accurate all the time. But, you know, this is going to give you an edge. It's going to help you, you know, pick your better numbers and win more, I feel like. I know it's done that for me. So I wanted to share that with everybody. You know, the whole reason I started doing these videos is because, you know, people wouldn't share numbers, you know, and that's, people are superstitious, and I understand, you know, but in pick 3 and pick 4 in most states, I mean, definitely in my state, you know, it's not pari-mutuel. You don't have to share. If somebody else wins and you win, you both get the same amount. You know, you don't have to share with anybody. So, you know, sharing the numbers and sharing the picks and stuff, I don't necessarily get it. I mean, I get some people are superstitious or whatever, but, you know, I tell my numbers to everybody. You know, and obviously I'm putting my charts out and showing you all this stuff, you know, but I'm still winning. You know, I'm still winning. There's not some, you know, lottery demon out there watching, you know, from every state and changing the flow of the balls and, you know, making sure that my numbers don't come out just because I told them to you. You know, I honestly believe that. So anyway, that's all for today. You know, hit me up with your questions and comments and concerns. I want to do some more videos this week. I'm not sure how many I'll get to. And I'm really working toward getting a video with every state on it. I'm up to 24, 25 now. So, you know, that takes me, you know, 2 or 3 hours of math and writing to make happen. So I just haven't found the time yet, but I'm working on it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you're winning a bunch. Be sure to leave me a comment. Let me know when you hit it, and I will put your name out there and tell you congratulations. You know, glad that this is working. I've got a lot of new subscribers, a lot of interest in this, and you know, I'm thankful to everybody. You know, appreciate you watching. Appreciate the thumbs ups. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. You know, so you can get some notifications when these new videos come out, and hopefully we can help everybody win some money. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.